address the roof. I do have some rock chips along the front edge here, and I got a couple, 1, 2, 3 roof dings from a branch years ago. Eventually this roof will be going satin black as opposed to the rest of the car, which is going to be like a black gloss metallic. So we still need to take care of all the issues underneath and prime and all that good stuff to make sure the paint holds up and looks good. Alright, so as of now, all the body work is done on the roof. I filled in the 1, 2, 3 dings from the branch. All this other little stuff here, the paint was actually kind of split. It was a rock chip and then it kind of split. That's all sanded and feathered out. We got a final grit on top of 240 grit. The only thing left is to get it ready for prime, and that's sand around the areas where the primer is going to blend into the old finish with maybe a 320 or 400 grit. Alright, so while I have the camera off the tripod, I might as well show you where we're at with the rest of the car. I have the bumper back on the car. We shaved the lettering on it. That was in the last video. While I'm actually showing you the bumper, I actually cut in for a kind of looks like a Cobra bumper. I wasn't ready to spend $400 or $500 for a Cobra bumper that was, you know, broken or something. So I put my own little twist on it here. You can see, I mean, it's dusty and it's dirty, but you can kind of see how it looks like there's a lower valance on it. And when the car is fully done and painted, I'm going to actually spray that satin black. I actually made this line on here with a soldering iron, actually, with a pointed tip on it. I taped it out, I measured it all, got it where it's supposed to be. I went over with a Sharpie, made a nice line, and I traced it with the soldering iron, just cutting into it real shallow. And I did it all the way across and down the other side. And I couldn't resist, so I had the extra plasti dip from my wheels, and I just taped it off and sprayed this valance here just so I can look at it and see what it actually looks like. And I've been working on this quarter panel on shaving the side scoop on it. This is where I'm at right now with it. I'm going to actually have a video on it when I actually do the other side. This was my learning curve side. This took a little longer than I would have liked. The other side's actually going to go a lot smoother because I'm learning from this side. But I got some 18 gauge sheet metal, made a stencil, everything. I'll go through that whole thing, weld it in. It's all done. I got the inside is all primed and seam sealed on the welding edge inside, so we're not going to have any rust issues. I'm all the way to the edge here. I don't have to get into the jam when I actually paint the car, which is good. There's a couple other, maybe it needs a little spot here and there, and then I can prep that out and prime that. But see the look we're going for here, even though it's not painted yet, but you can see that shaped look. And I actually straightened out my wheel wells when I rolled my quarter panels. I put a couple little ripples in it, so I sanded that out and feathered that out as well. Up here we just had a little bit of waviness. I think it's factory waviness. Since you're painting the car, you might as well straighten it up. So I sanded this down, and this will get primed as well. Took the gas door off. I had a couple chips in here, so we'll feather this out, prime this as well. Another chip here, feathered out, and we'll prime. Alright, so what's left to do on the roof? I'm going to hit around all the blend areas with some 320 grit and clean up, and I think I'm going to call it a day. Alright, so I'm going to call it quits on this video. It's 5 o'clock, I don't have time to prime this, so I haven't put a video out in a while, so I figure might as well just put this out. It's not complete, but screw it, put it out. So if you like this stuff, subscribe to the channel, and stick around, we got more stuff coming.